2 raw data files will be saved from each trial with AccuPower. Files with the extension .acp are ASCII files containing the time series data of the raw and filtered forces, moments, center of pressure, center of mass velocity, and power. Within the header of the file, you will find the test type, subject name, date and time, total number of data points collected and sample rate, body weight, and units of measure selected by the user. Also in the header, you will find a unique ID file that links this data file with video captured during the collection process, allowing the user to connect the data file and video clip in other post-processing routines. And lastly, in the header, you will also find the filter selected by the user. A filter number 0 would mean that the user selected raw forces, no filtering. A filter type 1 would mean the data was passed through a Butterworth filter, and a filter type 2 would indicate the data was passed through a critically damped filter. More information on the filtering methodology can be found in the user's manual. The data saved to the raw data files will reflect user-selected settings for units of measure and filter type. Common headers found in the ACP file will reflect the units of measure chosen by the user, either international or English. Raw forces and moments are saved regardless of the filter choice. Data saved for center of mass velocity, power, filtered forces, and center of pressure will reflect the user's choice of filter, Butterworth or critically damped. If no filter is chosen in the settings menu, the above mentioned values will be unfiltered. Also saved during the data collection process are files with the extension .acp2. These files contain discrete data for each jump as defined by that test type. Both of these raw data files can be exported to common data analysis programs such as MATLAB or Excel for further analysis. Also saved with each trial are 6 intermediate files from each trial. These intermediate files are saved utilizing the same naming convention as the ACP files that you save. To ensure that these 6 data files are saved from each trial, be certain that the archive raw data is enabled in the settings menu. The reason for saving these intermediate files is if anything bad would happen to your data, or if you would need another measure of your data, you will have all the channel data stored. The raw data archive directory can be found at C AccuPower in the bin directory, and double click on the raw data archive, and you'll see that the offset data, power data, raw channel data, raw force data, summary data, weight data are all saved from each trial.